One thing I always hear, around this space, and I've been around this space for a long time, but we've all heard it from content creators or people in the chat as far as, well, you're giving us this and you're saying stop doing this and stop doing that, but what are the solutions? My question has always been the solution is in your face. It's on you. All you have to do is look in the mirror. There are no solutions here except that. And that is the only thing in life that is a solution to yourself. Not and that could accumulate to the amount of people, but it all starts with the self first. So, I kind of get tired of hearing that shit. And then there was something that was said yesterday about, women are saying this about, men, but namely here in this space, black women are always saying something about black men. So as if it's our duty to be online clapping backs, quote, as far as they would say, or trying to stop the narrative as far as the way black men look. But my thing is this the best way to do it? Are you actually stopping them from talking about you? How does this bring back the black male image? You know what I'm saying? You can only make the black male image look better by stopping all the bullshit that goes on between black men. Like I've always said, women are necessary, but they're secondary. They seem to run your life as far as you not being successful or not being able to have this or that. So in conjunction with always saying that the white man controls everything, you're making these people control your life. Because I refuse to sit up here on YouTube and point out the behaviors of women in general, but namely black women. I can't do that shit, man. I just got, I got stuff going on. So I've always been around. I have always been manosphere before Blog Talks, before YouTube. You know, I came out the woman's sphere at 1:31 in the morning on a Sunday. About 1:45, nigga, I was already manosphere. And I've always, been the type of guy that I always tell a dude, man, do things for yourself. As a matter of fact, my very first live stream was from that. Posed off of a question off of Teapot's channel about, black men in the military in particular. How did people look at you when you went to the military, or how did they treat you before you went to the military, as opposed to, after you came out of the military? How do they look at you? What did your family think about you? What did your family and friends say, and all of that? And my thing was, I didn't give a fuck then. I didn't give a fuck while I was in, and I didn't give a fuck after. Because at the end of the day, you are your number one priority. That's having a family or not. So my thing is, do you sit here all day and talk about solutions, behaviors, bitches' channels getting taken down or demonetized or whatever. What the fuck and how the fuck does that even affect your life outside of this shit? And then, it was also said that, well, people are saying that this don't affect me, this don't affect me. Well, yeah, it doesn't affect me. You know, a lot of the projections made on black men, the glove does not fit me. Now, I'm not saying that in one point in time, all black men have went through something in some sort of way. It's just that it's a different time and place for everybody when you meet that other person. So, me not having shit going on in my life as far as I'm not dysfunctional, um, I'm actually doing pretty good in my life, making good money, and people will ask you, well, then why are you here? So that poses a question. Do you have to be here because you're fucked up? Or can you not be fucked up and try to unfuck other people? I uploaded a video called, On the Men in the Matrix. And that's an old video from Thinking Nape, aka Stardust. Now, most people will get it and they won't comment on it. And most people will get it and they will comment on it. Most of those comments are going to be the negative because the question was asked, yo, if this doesn't affect you, then how come y'all niggas ain't running out to get married? Or I think niggas are weak for not being on live, going back and forth with bitches. Now, on the admitted side, it was also said that, yeah, I know this is a waste of time. It's not really doing anything. So who's the weak one? Am I the weak one or the person who has not have a channel going back and forth on panels with chicks? You know what I'm saying? Is that the weak one? Or is the weak one the people with channels doing the same shit? Because if you actually think that going back and forth with a bunch of feminists online is doing something, is changing boys' lives, I think you're fucking really delusional at this point in time. At my age, and at some of y'all's age too, there's an argument made being that, oh, we got younger men that's flocking to this space. Don't know. I'll be honest. I talk to a lot of guys, man, and in my trade, I have a lot of apprentices and I have a lot of toolies that go from the boomer generation down to Z, right? And I'll be honest, nobody's ever heard of the black manosphere. I don't even think that the majority of guys that I talk to um, know about even the shit they look at because they see the same videos we're looking at. That comes from the quote unquote white manosphere. Now, is that changing their tune? Probably not. Are they being aware? Probably yes. But you being aware has nothing to do with the decisions that you make once you have this awakeness, or, becoming aware of things. I mean, you can look at something and not do anything about it, or you can look at something and think about it. You know what I'm saying? Then your whole mind starts to go to work. That's called drawing up. You know what I'm saying? The only way you're gonna get wisdom is by your own experiences, not somebody else's experience. But of course, words can build or words can also destroy. So once you start born in that information that you get, that does not make knowledge. Information is not knowledge. Information is or knowledge is information, facts, truth, accumulated by all that. And in order to make that knowledge come forth with the truth, that's when you start your proper discernment of being way to judge and decipher that information to say, this is what I'll do. So now those decisions are going to start, your judgment might get better. You know what I'm saying? So once you start doing that, then you'll start to look at things in a different light. You know, like I was told that I was a troll, and I said, look at my comments. Am I trolling? I'm going to different chats saying the same shit. I get on Pound saying the same shit. People have seen me on camera with other content creators at my house saying the same shit. I will acknowledge knowledge. That's the wisdom right there. Because if you got knowledge, I got knowledge, so what? It's when I acknowledge your knowledge. That's wisdom. And with that, let me just say peace.